Colts lost in overtime to the Rams 29-23. The Horseshoes still haven't won a game in front of the hometown crowd this year. Let's bring in our Colts insider, Kevin Bowen. Kevin, the fact that the Colts were down 23 points and came back to force overtime is good, but what was the tipping point in the bad of this game?
Again, Angela, I was really disappointed with the start of the game. I mean, to get down 23-0, especially against a team that, had a lot of travel issues from a short week, Pacific time zone, if you want to even go there. They were pretty banged up as well. The Rams haven't played on Monday Night Football the previous week. I thought the tipping point was that EJ Speed penalty on the opening drive. Just a really kind of a boneheaded mistake there. Gave Matthew Stafford another opportunity. They cashed in on that. And for me, that set the tone for that sluggish, really sluggish first half.
That was the snowball effect right there. It turned into a touchdown, which turned into 3 touchdowns for the Rams unanswered. The good, though, rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson came back first game from his concussion. Solid line, completed only 11 of 25 passes, but 3 touchdowns total. Kevin, what impressed you the most about Richardson's return?
Well, first, I know this sounds a little bit elementary. He's starting to finish the game. He hadn't done that in his first 3 games, obviously missed week 3. But I thought he made some big plays in the fourth quarter. And that moxie and that resolve, Angela, is just huge. I mean, when you think about what separates quarterbacks in this league, it's what you do in the final period. And I thought he made a lot of plays off script. You see some of the plays right here outside of the pocket that he made as well. When things break down, he gives you that added element that not a lot of quarterbacks have. So certainly completion percentage you want to see rise a little bit, but some big plays were there. Again, did some stuff outside of the pocket. And when you needed to have a big drive, down 8, he provided that for you. Not only the touchdown, but the 2-point conversion to tie that game and send it into overtime. That
rushing touchdown right there makes Richardson just the first quarterback ever in NFL history to have 4 rushing touchdowns in his first 3 games in his career. It was a heck of a return for Richardson. On the other side of the ball, the defense, we've talked about how they've been the foundation for this team's success while Richardson's been on and off of the injured list. But they struggled yesterday. The defense allowed over 460 yards to the Rams. What was the biggest difference for that defense to flip a switch in a negative way?
Yeah, I think your D-line has been such a solid unit, disrupting unit really through the first 3 weeks of the season. That did not show up yesterday. And to me, that's probably the biggest individual disappointment because you've invested so much into that D-line. I know DeForest Buckner was a little bit banged up, but still the Rams had their own injuries on their offensive line. I thought they let the Rams get some early balance going and just could not disrupt the timing of Matthew Stafford, even when he was a little banged up in the second half. And Puka Nacua had a huge day, and he's been the guy for the Rams early on in the season. He is wide open on that game-winning touchdown there late as well. I thought the plan in trying to limit him either was non-existent or certainly wasn't executed very well. And I expect a little bit more out of the defense because the front 7 especially, they've got some veterans there, and they did not live up to the standard that they've created through the first 3 weeks of the year.
Quickly, Kevin, we have to talk about the biggest talker of today, which is Jonathan Taylor. He can come off the PUP list this week. Head coach Shane Steichen says he will start practicing on Wednesday. What is the actual legitimate likelihood that we will see Taylor play against the Titans on Sunday?
Oh man, predicting this story is it's a dangerous game to play here. I still will go with unlikely. If you add up all the missed time he's had, Angela, we're talking over 50 straight practices he's missed since last December. That's the last time we saw him out there, December 15th, 2022. And this is a guy that's super protective of his body. We saw that last year, and he's got the contract situation on top of all of it. So I just think given the amount of time he's missed, I still think Sunday is a bit of a long shot, but Shane Steichen certainly didn't, rule it out today. But at least we're starting to inch closer to some sort of resolution. Of course, now we got to hear from Taylor, who still hasn't spoken to the media since mid-June.
Media not available at practice on Wednesday, which is a little telling there, Kevin, but we'll keep an eye on that for sure. And of course, the Colts have 21 days to activate Taylor onto the 53-man roster if they choose to do so. Kevin Bowen, our Colts insider, thank you so much for joining us yet again. We'll have more coming up at 6.